Well, hello and welcome along, everybody. I'm trying this one again because I was muted. Welcome along to the Anti-Stall Racing F1 Series Race 12 here in Interlagos. I am the Biggles, and the previous world champion of the F1 Series of Mr. Alex is with me here this evening. Welcome to Interlagos.
Hello, welcome everyone. How you doing?
Doing good, mate. Doing good out there in the chat. Give us a hello. I'm just making sure I get everything set up. Gerald, again, unfortunately, is doing his work. Fortunately, he is working, of course. But unfortunately, can't be here to broadcast, that is. So you've got the likes of myself and the driver himself. So yeah, maybe a Crofty and Brundle, right? You have the technical knowledge. I can try to hype things up.
Yeah, and it's going to be one of my mentors, Martin Brundle. So I also watch Formula One in English. So yeah, it's someone to look after, and he was maybe not that good as a driver.
No, yeah.
Yeah, but those were, I think, hard times with Senna, Prost, Schumacher, everyone, and it's very difficult cars to drive back in the late 80s and 90s. So yeah, kudos to him. But I think he's one of the greatest commentators of all time, at least of what I can say.
Yep.
So yeah, it's something to be kind of proud of, to be driver and then commentator, and hopefully I will drive again in the next season.
That's true, and yeah, he's been around the block a few times. He even did the casting, I think, with a little bit of James Hunt. I think when James Hunt might pass away before Murray Walker. That's right. Yeah, so yeah, he did it with obviously the legend Murray Walker. But there we go for some of the qualifying times coming in, my friend, and I'll pull them up there for the timing tower to give you an idea. Only two drivers. Hey, can you explain this track? Look, I think we're qualifying, and we'll just have a look. We'll go on board with Paulo, I think, Lopez, and you can give us an idea of how to drive around Interlagos.
Yep, it's let's wait for him to go off until the main straight, but it's a very fun track to drive. It's maybe not that hard to set the car up. You have to set the brake bias as rearwards as you can. It's one of the main tricks here in Interlagos, because you have to, like this corner, you have to brake while turning every time. So yeah, it's something that you want to set up in your car. So this is going to be the last corner, you saw. You want to be early on the throttle because there is a long straight. It's always to the left, but it's very easily full straight. Open the DRS right now. And yeah, we're heading into turn one, heavy braking in a straight, but it's going to be downhill, left, right, left. So you arrive on 8th gear, it's 4th gear now. Apply throttle as easy as early as you can. Now second turn, third turn, 6th gear, going up to 7th, 8th. Also DRS back in the straight. It's going to be Destira do Lago now, turn 4, to the left in 5th corner. Easy left, flat left here, full throttle, and it's going to be a double right-hander here in Ferradura. It's very easy to not hit the apexes. I think he did it right. And now the more tricky part, this right, then another left. This one's cambered, so you can go multiple ways to that corner. Another heavy braking while turning, Vico de Pato, one to the right. Very easy to lose the rear here. Also, this one is easily full throttle. Maybe you lift a little bit to not lose the rear. And again, the last corner, forget everything. He missed the apex a little bit. Forget everything and maximize the speed, corner and acceleration. And easily full throttle again. DRS now. And cross the straight again.
You got to hug up next to the wall. They didn't hug up next to the wall as much as they did. Oh, that's because he's going for another lap there, I would say. You think?
I think maybe it's going to be thousands of a second being into the wall. Of course, that will make a difference. But yeah, it's I don't find it very important. It's he lost the apex on the last corner. That will cost him maybe 1 or 2 tenths.
He went a little wide there too.
Yeah, that corner is very tricky. It's camber, but it's like off camber, so the corner wants to push you outside the track. very easy to do an off track there on the race and on qualifying where you're pushing as much as you can. So yeah, you try to avoid that off track. It's a classic one. You nail your first sector, you see like -2 chance on your delta, and then you do an off track and the lap invalidates. So yeah, it's a classical one to park the car after that corner and try again.
And well, speaking of Polo, it's basically his closest home track, I would say, because he's the only man in this field that could probably. Well, I don't know if anybody else could speak Portuguese, but he's Portuguese, and we all know that Brazil is the highest population of Portuguese speakers on the planet. So he would have no problems communicating with the locals. He'd probably get by a little bit, mate, because there's some similar words, of course, in Portuguese and Spanish. Benjamin is in the session. Sorry, Hans is just sitting in the pit lane. He's actually going to go out, right now. Let's Google for a flying lap. Just to let you know that Benjamin is in the session, our current leader. Well, the man that's actually won the championship this year. So he's taken that trophy away from you, Alex. I'm sure you didn't want to give it up, but you didn't have a choice because you don't have your racing rig with you.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Handed the trophy over to Benjamin. He has it currently at the moment on his shelf, and he's going to do a last to first challenge. I believe he said that last week, so to make it a little bit more interesting for him, and to spice things up, of course, as well too for the rest of the field. Give some of the drivers a shot at perhaps winning this race, of course.
We'll I think he will. I don't know what kind of pace he has compared to everyone else. They are doing 109 slow. 109.0 is now the pole by Tyler Nelson. I just found that the last season qualifying was 107.5 by myself.
You had that written down in your notes, didn't you?
Yeah, so maybe comparing that to what Benjamin could do, if that's a second per lap on qualifying, it's going to be fairly easy for him to complete his challenge from last to first. So compared also to Suzuka, where it was kind of hard to overtake with only one DRS zone and not being that powerful, Brazil is going to be the opposite. You have two DRS zones. I remember we also did the last race on Interlagos last season, and if you couldn't overtake on the main straight, you will overtake in the round to turn 4. So yeah, the DRS is powerful, and if you have a car in front, you can deploy your battery and open the DRS, and it's going to be fairly easy to overtake. There
you go. And g'day, Bass out there. I did see your message there. Sorry, we're just trying to get through everything. He was Bass is saying, why does he just set pole with hards? Then not a bad idea, actually.
Hard tires, did you say?
Yeah, for Benjamin, of course, rather than our last first challenge or something. That's still the same, but that's just saying he did a 108.9 with race fuel.
Maybe he can do it with the hard, but he will have to come into the pits to make the mandatory tire change.
Yeah,
but
of course.
I think he will find it more interesting maybe doing 3 stints, like soft to mediums or something like that, because with the soft tires, this circuit it's unbelievably awesome, because you're going to be like hitting your pole laps, your qualifying laps every time. It's not so hard about wear, so you can make like 10 fast laps and not lose so much time. So yeah, maybe that's another challenge that he could try.
There you go. If you're listening out there, Mr. Benjamin,
I dare you.
There you go. You've been dead. So from one champion to another. Let's go see what Stefan's time is at 109. Second currently. Provisionally. What about next down the road? That would be Paulo again. I'm pronouncing his name correctly, isn't he? Lopez, Paulo Lopez.
Yeah, it's perfect. Paulo Lopez.
Excellent. And we got Christian as well too. We haven't really got on board with the Norwegian driver here. By the way, I noticed that you do. There's a little. It could be an off track there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Okay, I figured that. I'm starting to learn. iRacing now, Stefan.
It's weird because you can go out, but then you have to get in again, and then you can go out again to maximize the turn radius. So it's kinda weird that curve.
I want to see. I noticed you know your corner names as well too, like Casino del Lago, and then you said the duck one as well too.
Bico de Pato.
That's there's my Lonely Pine tree. I was about to see whether or not that's actually there. It's called the Lone Pine. This is called the duck. I think it's this corner here because isn't that in Portuguese or something like that means like that's the rookie mistake was where rookies make the mistake or something. That's what that means or something. No. I think I have researched all these names.
Bico de Pato, it's like the duck's
it's shaped like a duck. No, there's another corner that's actually called the rookie one there, but that's the one that's shaped like a duck. Yeah, and exactly. Now, we're right on board with the Portuguese driver again. Going to make his way down through the S's. This is from the helicopter cam. There's center S's, of course. And then you go down this straight here. And this is called the Reto Oposto. It means opposite straight because this track used to be... No, actually, it used to be reversed, this track. This is a counterclockwise track, one of the counterclockwise tracks in the Formula 1 calendar. And it used to be the other way around, yeah. But believe it or not, they changed it because climbing up that hill, rather than the opposite, you'd have the sun directly in your face in the afternoon. And they felt it was too dangerous, so they switched it around. That's what I'd read anyway. You guys can confirm that one.
Yeah, I've once searched for the original layout, and it's kind of crazy because it's like this track like double or something like that, if that makes sense. Because you have so many, it's like kind of an oval if you look at the track with an inside track, and it's like you had a double inside track. It was very weird. If you can look at that layout, it's something nice to see.
And this track is I've heard from somebody who lives down the road from it actually online, and it's open to the public when there's no events on. So people like generally, because it's a racetrack, of course, it's not a road track. People don't do jogging and riding around it and all that sort of stuff. You can't take a car in there, but you can walk around it and you can jog and ride bikes. That's what people do all the time apparently. So it's open.
Yeah, no, that's something I didn't know.
Yeah, he's done it. He says he's ridden his bike around there a couple of times. It's just like a park, when it's not a racetrack. The people use it as a park.
Yeah, I knew that it was kind of in the middle of the city.
Yeah, and it's a big spacey green area. You know what I mean? You have a picnic out there anytime you want. They can sit in that lonely palm tree that I like to sit at. And that's I didn't know that until last year, I think, because I've been casting for a couple of years there, and there's the tree again. And it's the only track. It's crazy, isn't it? How they have a tree, and it's inside the barriers, of course, has its own barrier around it. But it's just amazing, and I've never seen it because no one's ever hit it because it's not really on the racing line. I've done donuts around it, in the F1 game, just for fun. And that'd be a great little. Just put up a little fold-up chair like Fernando Alonso did one time, remember, and just sit back and have a pina colada and watch the race from there. That'd be a pretty good advantage point, wouldn't it? You'd have to duck behind it if somebody does come flying at you. But as I said, in all the years I've ever seen Brazil, nobody's ever come close to hitting that tree. Anthony's gone out on an outlap on the hard tires, so Benjamin's still seeing. Benjamin's out. Here it is. So he has listened to us. So is he going to take that challenge? Let's have a look.
Yeah, maybe I think he will.
Yes, he is. He's on the hard tires.
Maybe start with the hard tires and then do soft or something like that, or maybe going for the hardest tire to the softest one. Maybe doing hard, medium, soft. Let's see what he does.
Yeah, Anthony Soprano has Serrano has gone out as well onto the hard tires, so that's the hard tire challenge. We have about 5 minutes left to qualifying, so I'd expect Benjamin to do probably 2 runs, maybe 3 at the moment.
Maybe Anthony is how do you say, rehearsing for the race, because he has a 109.4, and it's going to be a hard time to beat with the hards. So yeah, maybe he has to start with the tire he set the fastest lap on.
It's gone straight up. There it is, bang.
109.7, so he overtook Paulo Lopez.
He did. Absolutely. Anthony now on the hard tires. Big truck in the background.
And it's going to be hard to get them into temperature, so maybe 2 or 3 laps.
I don't know why the timing table up on the left-hand side shows that Anthony's 1/10 off Hans who is 45 seconds. It's the interval gap, I guess, between them. It should really be showing the overall gap. There's the overall gap.
In the meantime, Christian set a 1:08.6, just 1/10 away from Tyler.
Yeah.
So a nice time to. Yeah, he aborted the lap. Yeah, maybe he can go for the pole position. It's going to be hard, not easy at least. But yeah, he can try to go for the last pole of the season.
Stefan's out there, and Stefan's currently in P3 that we're on board with. He's the only one out on track at the moment. I think maybe Christian's actually gone again, and we'll see if Paulo's still trying to put a time in.
Yeah, Tyler is on an out lap, sorry.
Oh,
and
this
also,
is
yeah, it's that braking zone is hard because, as I said, you have to set the brake gears as rear well as you can. Do not lock the front tires, but you also have to maintain the rear end on the tarmac.
So there's Stefan, and his time's going to be not too great, obviously, after that spin. Paulo Lopez is still trying, my friend, to get himself out of that bottom position there. He's 2.8 off the quickest time. He's on the softs, so he's gone for another run. Good to get the practice session in, as much as you can.
Maybe if he didn't rehearse the track that much, but last season I think he was if he wasn't on the podium, he was very close. I think he had a contact on the last race, but he was fighting for the win. So yeah, it's kind of weird seeing him on 11s, while everyone else is doing kind of easily all 9s. So yeah, maybe he's trying something, another setup or something like that, or maybe he's waiting for the last second to make the pole position.
He's quicker. Well, around that time what did he get? A 110? 109.3. There it is. Scoots himself up to the P5. That's good. You saw he got a lot of greens. Stefan's coming around now. We'll keep an eye on his time. He hasn't had any improvements, as you can see. It's all split into 4 sectors, this track, rather than 3. But I don't know if he's going to abandon this lap or commit to it and go for another one straight after. He's going the pit lane. Oh no, that's always tricky, the pit lane entrance there. He won't improve. Christian, further down the road. He's improved on his middle sector. Let's have a look for the final sector if he can do anything about it. He's currently running in P2, but he'd need to pull a miracle out, I think, to...
Yes, he
does it! Oh, wow, I didn't even set any purples. Now, Tyler's out on track, but we'll keep an eye on Anthony.
I cannot see the thousandth of a second, but it's 1:08.50, the same as Tyler. So that must be something about 1 or 2 thousandths of a second.
Anthony does not improve. Benjamin now still come out another lap with some fresh hards. Let's see, he's improved obviously from his previous time. He's a 1:08 now. It's a time, so it's a 1:09. That's not bad. That should push him up a little bit. Bang in the P3.
Hey.
Who else? Anthony's out, starting another lap. We got a few people on our laps. He's abandoning that lap. Now, Tyler's the man who had the pole position. Now, he's lost that one. He's that. You can see the purple car on the track map. That's the 07 car. Now, he's about to start his flying lap now. As Paulo's gone around again, and Paulo's actually going in green for that first sector. But we'll see now what Tyler can do, because he's been dethroned by Christian, the pole position, potentially. But as you know, mate, pole or P1 or P2 is just as important here as you make your run down through the center S's.
Yeah, you have to nail also the starting procedure, and the first corner is a bottleneck as well. So yeah, it's a matter of also who gets the better start. It's not that long, the run to the first corner. So yeah, you have to hit your clutch perfectly and hope for the best.
Yeah, and hope everybody else does it behind you as well. Yeah. Now, yeah, Bass said out there he said no. He had race fuel. Hards are hard, he says. Hards are hard, capitalized. Yes, they would be.
Paulo Lopez P4 right now, close to the 108s.
Yeah, he's second improvement there for the Portuguese driver. That'll be his last one, of course.
I don't know if he was kind of wide on Vico de Pato. Let's see if he beats Christian.
No.
Nope.
It's about 1 second slow, and that's it for the qualifying. So Christian had got it there from Tyler. Tyler had the fastest time for quite some time there, but the Viking himself, the Norwegian Christian, has plastered that car, the 81 car, on pole. Benjamin, yeah, what a run there. He was on the hard tires, even though it's showing him on the softs at the moment, but they're not. They're gridding up for the race at the moment. Let's show if it does have the grid position. There it is at the moment, mate. If you want to read through that real quick there for there. Oh, if you can see it. You probably can't.
I have the live timing, so yeah.
I can if you read through those qualifying first, please.
So it's going to be Christian Glamester on pole position. First time I saw that, I think. So Tyler Nelson second in the same 10th and 100th of a second as Christian. Benjamin Sis with the hard tire is going to start P3. Paulo Lopez, the Portuguese, P4. Stefan Hochmann, P5. Hans Logel in P6. 7th position for Anthony Sorano. And last but not least, Steve Hansen on the 8th position of the grid.
Thank you. So they're going to grid up right now for the racing. And going to get ready to racing. I think we're just missing one driver at the moment there. You can see in that grid position.
There's always that driver that waits for the last second to hit the grid button. But yeah, it's okay. The tires don't get colder, so it's not a problem if you stay on the track. But the fuel is it's getting lower and lower if you're staying on the track. So that's something you want to watch.
We got our spam bot back out there, so ignore that, of course, guys. I can't delete that. If anybody has the powers that be, please delete the spam bot. It's not a hot tub stream of Alex and I. Alex is a married man. Oh, are you engaged or married?
Married
man, yeah, of course. So he don't do no hot tub streaming. I think we're ready to go, mate.
Yep, green flag. So I think it's a good start from Benjamin. Is going to be P1 on the first apex. I think he is. Yeah, with the hard tire, that's something I wouldn't expect to build up the temperature for that tire up onto the first corner. But Christian for sure is going to be on his rear, trying to overtake him with those soft tires.
Stefan, it looks like it was an overtake there was as well too. Anthony gained 2. Hans has gained 2. Tyler's lost out in the position, and Christian, and yeah, Benjamin, what a launch, man. Up into P1 immediately. Sign of a true champion, of course. It's still early days. It looks like Steve might have had a crash in the background. It's showing me. Yes, let's go back to the replay of that real quick. See what happened to Steve from the start. It's all right, missing
it. It's hard to see because it's on an uphill.
Yeah.
Because the camera angles are a little bit hard.
Well, we can change it.
Oh, that's a spin under acceleration.
Oh, yeah. So we'll go back to the live.
Yeah, I think they have one fast repair, so he can go to the pits and not lose time and have the car fully upgraded again.
Did Tyler make a move there? He did. He's about to make a move. Have a look at this. Tyler on Christian.
That's a piece of cake for Benjamin, because if these two move side by side, that's a great place to try and overtake.
Oh, he's bouncing around a little bit on the chicanes, you can see. He's still putting the pressure on him. Now, DRS is going to be enabled. Will it be enabled on this lap? I'm sorry it does not show the laps, but it might very well if we get the DRS down that main straight. It's almighty and powerful. I think he kind of wants it before here, doesn't he? He's definitely making a good run here. He's making a run here, actually, on the final corner, isn't it? Second last penultimate corner up it now. He has. Christian's got some problems, hasn't he? He's dropping back.
Yeah, also I think he was harvesting battery because the red light was flashing. So maybe he ran out of battery on the Reta Oposta.
Benjamin's gone in the pit lane to get rid of those hards as well.
Yeah, he's going to try maybe the 2 stops or something like that. Let's see if he puts on the red boots or the yellow boots.
Just trying to find I'll put the track map up. He's making a run, as you mentioned. Again, maybe to charge that battery up. That's Christian and now Tyler in P1.
Yeah, and that fight is allowing Hans and Anthony to close the gap, and it's going to be maybe a game of 4 cars.
As we're watching from the blimp camera, so you can kind of get a good idea of the 3 cars as into the Casino del Lago corner, isn't it? No, that's not the Casino del Lago. I can't remember the last corner. Oh, that's Junko. Yeah. And there it is.
Yeah, I think he's deploying a lot of battery, Christian, because he has done it very early on the track, on the straight. So I think he's deploying a lot of battery, and maybe he's having troubles in the back straight. Let's see, because Tyler is going to have DRS now again. Too far away to try and move. And also I'm watching Benjamin with a corner of my eye. He's got clean air in front of him, so yeah, that's another piece of cake for him to try another alternative strategy. And I think he's going to get up to this pack if everybody keeps fighting.
That's true. You look at the 7 car on the map, and he's making his way through the middle sector as they've just about to approach the 4th sector now in this game, of course. But isn't this interesting little battle occurring here at the moment between Anthony, Stefan, and Polo? Of P4, P5, and P6. They make their way up the hill, actually, right there. And they're all behind Hannes. All down the main straight now. DRS activation, of course, as you make your way into the turns. Cineresses. Yo, Glamshot out there, says Charles. Must be a friend. Are you Norwegian as well, mate? In the chat? Because you used the right symbol. Oh, so no run there from Stefan. On the back there of Anthony. You can see further up the road there to a couple of the cars there as they're making their way around. Still early days, of course.
Did Benjamin have a problem or something? Because he did a 121 last lap, and I think he was closer.
He's gone off track here. He's gone off track somewhere. Oh, lockup's out. We'll see if we go back to that replay of that in a bit, but I don't want to miss this action. Benjamin said he was off track, and you can see there on the map that he's definitely lost a little bit of time, but still 5 minutes into this race, plenty of time.
So as we get into the race, we're going to see a lot of lockups on that particular corner and the one before, and with the DRS, both with the DRS, so it's going to be a great run on the outside. Let's see if he tries another move from the P1 and the turn 1. Yes, he did.
He's going to have to lift here a little bit. Now he's going to forward barge his way back in, but that will definitely allow.
So who gets the DRS?
Anthony. Yeah, they're going to all 3 have it here. This is going to be a great battle, isn't it? Into
3 wide on the turn 4.
Oh, this collision!
Oh, no! Contact there with Paulo Lopez, I think it was.
Yep. Yep, we'll go back and have a look at that one in a second, actually, because I want to see that probably from a helicopter cam, because we kind of missed that one. So let's go have a look from the blimp.
Yeah, he had the best of the runs with the double slipstream.
Yeah. Oh, and then of course, so yeah, that was quite interesting. I don't know how it won't come down to the stewards.
Yeah, in the first view, I think it is a clean penalty for the white and blue car.
This is where Benjamin went off earlier. This is a replay, real quick. So that's an unusual mistake there, isn't it, from Benjamin? He's just got the power down a little bit too early.
Unusual for him. It's very easy to do that mistake because with the cold tires, remember it was his out lap. Or maybe the second lap after his out lap, and yeah, you try to apply the throttle as early as you can because you have a lot of a large straight in front of you. and yeah, maybe too greedy with the throttle.
Yeah, Ollie. He said, good luck, everybody. Shame he could not race today as well, too. We miss you out there, mate. But see how you go for the next one. As Anthony at the moment is trying to put a bit of pressure there on Stefan.
Yeah, next week is the how do you say, like a rest week for on iRacing.
Oh, okay.
You have a lot of crazy series you can run at. Maybe, for example, try this car on a crazy circuit like the Nürburgring or something like that.
No, Bathurst. Bathurst.
But for example, yeah, I would love to have a race there with the walls that closed. We don't have Monaco on iRacing, but maybe we can.
You know what was fun? I mean, you don't have lawnmowers in this game, do you?
Because some cars may be considered as lawnmowers, but
somebody did it the other day. I think it was one of the big YouTube streamers, but they did lawnmowers around Monaco, like obviously in the virtual world. But that would be fun to see. Monaco is just sort of boring track anyway, but it would be exciting if everybody's on lawnmowers, just equal lawnmowers. Everybody, all these drivers here for an off week for something fun. So Polo's going into the pits. Paulo Lopez, and he's going to get his pit stop done. I'm just keeping an eye on his pit stop times. That's 22 seconds overall, so that's a normal, regular pit stop. Just change the tires.
Yeah, maybe he compromised his strategy a little bit, and as we are seeing another lockup there. But yeah, with the braking he had to do to avoid hitting the wall, he destroyed his four tires. So yeah, it's like a mandatory pit stop after you do a break like that.
So it's getting spicy at the front here, mate, because Tyler's starting to put a bit of pressure. Currently on our race leader, is this because the tyres are something that are starting to go off? What do you think about the moment? I was going to go on board with Tyler, and you can kind of have a look at how he's driving, how he's handling it from your driver's point of view, your expert.
Yeah, I think he found a couple of times.
It's gone wide there.
The dirty air is criminal with this car. So as he was approaching, he knew that he has to do that off track. Hopefully there's no wall there. Oh.
And there goes the commentator curse right there from that was all Alex's fault there, Tyler. Oh, he's lost his rear wing. Oh, that's going to cut us. Well, he's got fast repair, luckily. But he's got to get back to the pit lane, and driving without a rear wing is not an easy thing to do in a modern Formula 1 car.
And also with this kind of braking points, where you need a lot of downforce at the rear, the best way to do it is just let the car behind pass.
Yeah, he's got to let Anthony through, of course. And he's got to climb his way up the hill now to get the pit lane, so he's still got a bit of an adventure to do, but he's not driving too bad, I'd have to. Let's go back and have a look at that crash again. We'll have a look at it from the helicopter, I guess, and just see exactly, once again, where he lost it.
Yeah, he picked up the dirty air here, and I think he had another gust of dirty air as he was settling the car for the braking point. And as he tried to correct it, he overcorrected it, and yeah, into the wall.
Yep, there it is. That's unfortunate. Yeah, you tried the overcorrect, it didn't quite work. Tyler's going obviously. Oh, there's another spin from Anthony! Whoa. Massive crash! What are we doing today? Every time we go on the cam on somebody's going out. I've got my commentator curses coming thick and fast here today. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's.
How about we do it to Benjamin now? How about we go on board to Benjamin and see what happens to him? Let's go 3 for 3. 3 times the charm, isn't it? So we'll go back and have a look at Anthony's one again too. Keeping us entertained, aren't they, Alex? Let's have a look at what happened with Anthony.
Yeah, a lot of action with not that many drives on track. I think he was too eager on the throttle once again, as Benjamin did on the last corner.
What is it about here? Oh yeah, that's just.
Or maybe the curve as it happened in Suzuka, where you are bottoming your rear part of the plank behind your car, and you lose downforce, you lose grip on the rear tires, and you are an spectator at that point, because you don't have grip at the rear, and if you are turning, the car is going to turn itself.
Yep, and that's right around near the lake, so they're lucky you got a fence there so you don't go into it.
Yep, so now what Christian has to do at the front is managing the gap behind, which is around 6 seconds, as I can see. So yeah, just keep doing your lap times. Tyler was, I was about to say that Tyler found like 2-3 seconds a lap and he was gaining on Christian. I don't know, maybe he didn't expect that dirty air at the time of overtaking. It's something that you have to get used to as you run with this car. I think it's not that dramatic as on last year Formula One, on real Formula One, because you couldn't get near another car. But yeah, it's something that you feel on your car, that you want to turn and you have to turn a little bit more and correct the understeer that you have.
So Hannes right now, it's the Austrian driver currently we're on board with. He's got the man just behind him down the road of Stefan. And meanwhile, Benjamin's, 9 seconds and change down the road, probably catching them, as you can see on that track map. So that's just P2 and P3. We'll go have a look at still keeping an eye on Stefan.
And Benjamin is forced to not do another mistake because he's on a different strategy. I think he was on the soft tires, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I think he has to stop once again. So he has to get up until Christian and then overtake him and then do another pit stop. So yeah, if he's on another error like a huge off track or something like that, or maybe a crash, yeah, he's out of the game. He's still able to win, but because there are a lot of laps remaining. But yeah, he has to bring that car up. He's doing 1:10.3 last lap, and the leaders are going into 1:11 medium. So yeah, it's 1.5 seconds per lap. He has to keep this pace to win the race.
You're a poet, you didn't even know it. Keep this pace to win the race. Anthony has come back out of the pit lane. It's a 51 second pit stop, mate. So I don't think he used a fast repair, or he did, or 51 seconds is pretty quick, I guess, for a rear wing.
Yep, and I think the game tells you that it's too much damage if you don't use the fast repair, because you cannot repair the suspension, because it's always going to have a suspension damage with that kind of impact. So yeah, maybe maybe he had something to do with the computer. I myself had some troubles maybe with the full screen or something, and you do it while pitting. But yeah, it's kind of rare to see something like that.
Just keep an eye on that battle still occurring at the front there. I was just having a look at Benjamin's times too, and how much he's trying to catch them. Yeah, his last lap was a 1:10.2. These guys that you're watching out in front, they're doing 11.6s, so he's gaining about a second a lap. But still, you can see right now, this could be a run here from Stefan on Hans. Yeah. And it's
the arrest and soft tires. He went onto the racing line, the interior line. So less meters to go, and it was fairly easy to overtake. Maybe also Hans didn't want to lose time battling with that car because he's on a different strategy.
Yeah, you're right. Mediums and softs, as you can see, that Christian's still leading this race, still yet to box, but that's allowing him to kind of pull away. This is also allowing Benjamin to start coming and play as well too, because Benjamin now shaved another second almost while they're battling. And of course, Benjamin's just a league of his own, isn't he? Like the current champion. It would be you and Benjamin battling it out there for P1 and P2 at the moment. I could imagine. Like, you guys had battled it out all season long, didn't you? At the start of the season, it was, are they going to go your way or his way?
Yeah, I remember he was crazy fast on Hockenheim, but I was victorious on Hungary and Austria, I think he was. Austria was a bit weird because there were a lot of double safety car at the start with a lot of incidents. Let's see if Hans is trying to go for the overtake with the DRS. No, not for this time. But yeah, we were interchanging victories and P2s and P3. So yeah, that he's an awesome driver to race with. It was super fighty on the first round in the Nürburgring. And yeah, I thought, wow, he's going to be a crazy battle if he stays on the game. But yes, as races went by, I think he relaxed a little bit. Like when you are behind a car, maybe you don't want to overtake him on the first attempt because you have the arrest, you have the battery, you have a lot of tools to work with. And I think Christian is on the pit lane.
Yeah, he's gone in. Christian has gone in. So that'll be interesting. Keep an eye on that. You can see the yellow dot for the car 4. That's an interesting place where it shows you. He should be exiting out of the pit lane now. Yes, he is. If I get the right camera angle.
And Hansen and Stefan are still battling, and Benjamin is seeing that battle, and I think it has to be with a smile on his face, because when you see a battle at the front, you know that people are losing time, and you're going to be there in 1 or maybe 2 laps.
Well, especially seeing that, also knowing that they have to pit, and he doesn't.
Yeah, Christian is the only one that doesn't have to pit, and he's on a 7-second deficit to Benjamin. So Benjamin has to get another 15 seconds out of Christian if he wants to win the race and overtake him on track, which is it's kind of easy here on Interlagos, but it's something that you have to do.
So you don't think Benjamin's not going to have any problems making those softs go to the end? Remember, he boxed practically on lap 1, and there goes Stefan. Stefan's in. So that's one less driver. I'm sure Benjamin wants to battle them out with him, of course. He doesn't want to just win on track as a lonely race.
Yeah, maybe he's trying to do 34 laps with the soft tires. It's going to be hard for him. I think it's doable. I did 25, I think, on the last season, the last round of the last season. But I think they were there at the end of the stint. Maybe he's not trying to push them a lot, but yeah, he had a spin on his outlap with the soft, so maybe I think he's trying to do fastest lap after fastest lap.
And look at the pace he's got right now too, mate. He's right on the back of Hans. And Hans is still, working on those mediums that he started on. We're 20 minutes into this race. I think we've got 18 laps remaining, so I still don't understand why it shows me the time, but I think I am seeing something about 18 remaining on my stream deck, so that should be 18 laps remaining. It's a 50% race, so it's not timed. We don't do a Monaco here.
Yeah, and Hans didn't want to. I think he didn't want to fight there to lose time. He's fighting with Christian on the time, not on track, because Christian did the pit stop a few laps ago. So yeah, maybe catch the DRS and gain a few tenths out of the Red Aposta.
And this is going to be interesting. I'm going to show you the lap times. So that's going to be the interesting. That's Christian, P3, and we're on. And we can see right now. Now he's got Hans up the road. Now they've made their pit stops. No, sorry, Hans hasn't made his pit stop. He's going to clear him because the pit stops around here, if you get in and out regular, 23 seconds. So as you can see, Benjamin's made his pit stop. Now Hans, if he's got a 20. You can see the gap there. So what are we looking at? He should be able to get out ahead of Tyler, right? Tyler's 25 seconds and change down the road.
Yep, and because Christian is doing 110.7 on the last lap, while Hans did a 112 lap. So yeah, the undercut is the way to go with this car. So yeah, the earlier you get into the pits, the fresher boots you are going to fit into your car, and you're going to be crazy fast at the start of the stint.
And looks like Stefan has passed Tyler as well. So now
he was off track on the last lap, on the last corner.
Yeah, Nelson went off track. Let's have a look what happened there in the replay real quick. Yeah, there it is. That cost him that time, didn't it? Let's have a look. Stefan was a little bit down the road. Yep, he's gone onto the grass. He's getting pretty bumpy. It hurt your back, and he almost collected him. Very lucky. I'm sure Tyler would be happy he didn't collect him. Of course, you don't want to take out somebody else when you're racing like that. And you get to live to see another day. But Tyler's now going to try to catch back up here to Stefan. And that's interesting because they need to put this pedal to the metal down because they do know that Hannes has to box. And look at that, they're 28 seconds down the road from him. So a pit stop in and out to 23. This is costing him time.
Yep, he is. So yeah, on his soft track, the car was unsettled way before the breaking point. So yeah, he couldn't manage to stop it. But yeah, he knows that he's faster even with the medium tires, so he's going to be behind with the DRS. I think Stefan at the front didn't hit the apex correctly, so it's going to be a great run for Tyler down with the DRS. Let's see if he goes inside or outside of turn 1.
Yep. Tyler is faster than you. Confirm? No. Oh, he's gone deep, hasn't he? That's compromised his exit as you go down. And yeah, out of the center S's, now the Retro Aposto, and now you're going to come down to, I can't remember the corner name at the moment. This next one, another overtaking opportunity to DRS, but no, not quite enough. This is also bringing Paulo back into play. You can see just in the background, our Portuguese driver just watching that. And once again, as you mentioned, you love it, don't you? When you're driving and you see the battle up ahead because you know that it's causing them to go a little slower and allowing you to catch up.
Yeah, it's a sort of motivation because you also... with the black box, the box that you can see on your screen while you are racing, and you see that the gap is going down like 1.2, 1.1, 1.0, and you have the DRS available. It's it's something that hits you, and you know that you have DRS, and you are on that train to try to do something else.
So the battle there between Stefan, Tyler, and now Paulo's coming into play. That's going to be a great little squabble here. That's a great squabble potentially for a third place position because Hannes still has to box. And that's costing... This battle is actually helping him out right now because remember, it was about 28 seconds and now it's about a 30-second gap to him. Give or take if you do your math.
These guys are doing also 1:12 this last lap and Hans was on 1:11
11, yeah. He stepped up his game, hasn't he? Even on the older tyres.
Yep, and now looking at the lap times, I'm seeing that Benjamin is doing 1:10.3 last lap, while Christian is doing 1:10.7. So if he wants to get those 15 seconds that Benjamin has to get up to Christian, at the moment it's not looking good for the German.
There's those lap times that I put up there right now. He's got a little bit of a lock-up because he needs to get past. So Hannes is going in now. And there's an overtake opportunity that was not going to work. You could see that a mile away. I thought he just came back a little bit and that's, yeah. Well, it's elbows out racing, but just a wrong place at the wrong time, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a hard corner to try because you have to turn to brake while turning, and it's very, very easy to lose the front or not knowing where the another car is. But yeah, it's you could see how Paulo Lopez was smiling when he went between the two of the cars. It's something that you can see that there's too wide in front of you, and you have to maybe back up a little bit in case they touch. And yeah, this time they touch and Paulo is through. It's P4 right now.
And yep. And look what else is that. That's allowed Hans to come back out there in that P3 position comfortably with nobody around. Fresh boots on and can just get on with it.
Yep, just secure the lap. It's not going to be a safety car or something like that because it takes up to three cars to have a collision. But yeah, just finish the lap, enjoy the ride. As I said, when it's a lonely race, you have to enjoy. You have to maybe learn a little bit more of the car, try something else. If you have 10, maybe 15 seconds at the back, if you make a mistake or something, just try not to do a massive crash. But yeah, just understand the car better. Try to know something out of that run because it's going to be lonely for him.
There's the last lap times. Tyler's got him down the main straight using the DRS. Now he's got to hold it off here. You know, he's put a little twitchy moment through the center S's, and he's got a great exit out of the center S's. I think with that DRS, there's not going to be enough power there from Stefan.
Yeah, I think that was enough for Tyler to secure that P5. Remember, he was P2 on the same 100th of a second as the poleman. So yeah,
yes.
he's going. Maybe he's going down.
Benjamin's
with
in
the
the pit
battle.
lane. Now Benjamin's in the pit lane. Benjamin's gap's not enough, so he couldn't make those tires to go to the end.
Yeah, he's going to be with the fresh soft tires, I think, because he put the hard tires at the start. And Christian, if I remember correctly, is on the medium tires, right?
Yes, Christian is.
Yeah, so that's a tire difference that hopefully Benjamin is going to try to.
Where is Benjamin? Coming out of the pit lane now, and oh, here he is. And look at that. Who's further down there? There's Hans. It's going to be an interesting run here, Hans. But Benjamin just get out ahead. He will.
Yeah, that's crucial for him to be on clean air if he tries to make that run up to Christian. But it's 12 or 13 laps to go, so yeah, he's got to hurry.
It's 11 laps to go. You're right. I got that in my information here, just to let everybody else know there. He has to, and Stefan and Tyler are still at that little battle. You can see P5, P6. So this is two battles that are forming. But I don't know, man. What do you think, Hans Skruglu? Do you think he's going to have the power there to try to keep up the current champion and has got fresh boots now?
I don't think so, because Benjamin is on the soft tire with 0 laps on them, and I think Benjamin is focused on winning this race, and he's going to be looking up ahead and not at the back. It's something that also plays. It's a mind game as well. If you are looking at your front, you're going to be faster. If you are maybe as I have how do you say, college on the same team, that when a car is behind you and you are looking at your mirror, you are going to be slower because you don't have all the focus on the race ahead.
Benjamin now has a bit of a challenge to mount, and we'll keep an eye on that. So there's Christian Glamster leading this race on the medium tyres. And he had a pit stop, a few laps ago on lap 15. Now there's 10 laps to go in this race. 11 seconds and change Benjamin has to make up on the soft tyres. There's the last lap times that are up on the screen. So we can't get Benjamin's last lap time correctly because he was in the pit lane. But 110s. So Hans did a 110 the last lap. He was the quickest around. But Christian's still putting in some good lap times at 110. He's going to need to right now because our current world champion here at Andy Store Racing F1 is on a mission to try to win this race with 9 laps to go.
Yeah, Christian is as a gladiator, as you like to say. It's 1:09.8, so it's 1 second, 1.2 a lap, and with 9 laps to go, it's going to be kind of
an uphill mountain, man. Yep. What do you think, Alex? If you're in Benjamin's shoes right now with the fresh boots, do you think you can do it? You got to shave about a second a lap.
Last season I had like the same situation where I left another car by because I touched him while battling, and I have to make up. I think it was 15 or 16 seconds. And when I was there, I just forget about everything. Just hit every apex, every throttle, everything that you know. Make like 10, 11 quali laps, and hope for the best. And if on the last lap you are behind another car, try to make a move. And if not, well, you did your best and you had fun racing. It is what it is. You cannot do anything more. And forget about seeing the gap every lap and making your maths like I have to go faster. Just do your best, and you're gonna be there if it was enough.
And the last lap times come in there, a 109.5, a 110.9. So about, well, you can see there, 1.2 seconds on lap 25. Sorry, lap 26, 1.3 seconds. So you can see Benjamin getting another fastest lap, 8 laps to go. And the gap's to 9 seconds. I'm not quite sure it's going to be enough, but if anything, anybody can do it once again, it's going to be Benjamin. I mean, we do hope Christian Glamster comes across and wins, obviously wins this one, because it'd be fantastic for the Norwegian driver. He's even got a fan club out there in the chat. Thank you very much for tuning in and supporting. I'm not the hot tub bot that keeps trying to get everybody to join that. It's 2022 bots, we know. We're not gonna fall for those tricks.
we gotta say that it was an awesome race for Christian, because he was on, I think it's like 10 laps on a row. He was on 110s, in high 110s, 111.1 like now, and it's not an easy job to do, because the tires are getting less wear every lap. So yeah, it's something that you have to be very focused, and as I said, forget about Benjamin, a car that is getting closer on your relative. Yeah, it's not something that everyone enjoys. And seeing that the gap is now 7 seconds and the next lap is going to be maybe 5.9 seconds or something like that, yeah, it's hitting you hard on the mental games. So yeah, kudos to Christian for having that pace and running alone, which is not easy.
We're on board with Christian right now, mate. So for a few laps, Stefan actually has gone into the pit lane. That's an interesting late pit stop there for the German driver in P6. I think he has a bit of a gap there, so he might have a splash and dash and go for a fastest lap. I'm not quite sure what there. He does have a massive gap there for Anthony, so that seems to me like that's just to get in there with 7 laps to go and try to go for the fastest lap. Oh, I had a crash, actually. Yeah. My apologies. Let's go back and have a look at this one. So this will explain the reason why he did go on the pit lane, actually. Let's have a look what happened here.
Maybe under acceleration again, as we saw with Tyler, I think it was.
Oh, yeah. No, that's a Benjamin. Benjamin lost it there too, remember, earlier. And this time around, Steffens hasn't managed to keep it out of the barrier, and that's cost him some damage, so he went into the pit lane. Now, back on to Christian. And yeah, give us an idea, mate. You are leading this race, but you know there's a man charging you down. 6 laps to go, 6 seconds. How's his driving right now?
I think he's doing great. He's hitting every apex correctly, and the Stefan problem is not going to be trivial, because maybe Christian is going to have either a DRS or maybe 2 DRS, because the backmarkers also give you DRS if you are 1 second behind them. Or maybe if he encounters him on the middle sector, which is the tricky one, the one with the hairpins, yeah, it's going to cost him maybe 1 second or something like that if Stefan is not aware that the Christian is coming. So yeah, it's something to look after.
Let's have a look at his last lap time. He got down a little bit. He's got a 10.7, so that's improved over his last 2 laps before that. Lap 27's 11s and 28.11. So that's good time he needs to do to hold off Benjamin.
Maybe a little bit more of battery deployment or harvesting, so that fluctuation with 110.7 and 111.1 is normal. It's something that you experience with this car, because the battery deployment, you have one mode that is completely automatic. So yeah, maybe 1 lap you consume more battery, and the other one you are harvesting more battery, and you are going to be slower, but nothing to worry about.
Benjamin now should be able to see him soon. That's as Christian is the orange dot you can see on the track map, and Benjamin is the black dot as they're making their way up into the main straight now.
Yeah, Benjamin is going to be grabbing his steering wheel with all of the strength he has. And for sure he's going to be sweating. I don't know if he has air conditioner on or not, but yeah, he has to be sweating because it's a stressful situation. You know that yeah, you're going to be P2, even if with a mistake you can be P3. But yeah, he knows that he cannot do another mistake, and he has to do like 4 quali laps that I think it's remaining on the race.
Yeah, 4 laps remaining on this race, exactly. And now, once again, he's shaving a bit of time. He did a 109, so he gained another 1.3 seconds. But at this point now, it's not going to be enough. Because once again, it's one thing to catch, isn't it, mate? But then you got to overtake. So, doesn't mean if you just you shave it down so that you are on the back there of Christian, you've then got to get the overtake done now. And that means you're going to be doing it practically almost on the last lap. So you have to pull everything out of the bag here now.
Yeah, and also if you want to try an overtake on the last lap, I don't know if the last DRS zone is going to be enough. I mean, the last lap, the last DRS zone, which is right now. So if they are side by side, yeah, it's going to make a difference, but it's not that easy if they are side by side. So you have to, on the last lap, you have to do it here on turn 1, and maybe with the DRS be very close and now have the hell of a run out of turn 2. Open the DRS now and make it on turn 4.
Polo's crashed. Polo's crashed somewhere. Let's have a look. Polo Lopez. What happened here? I don't think he came together because Tyler's actually boxed. Tyler went in the pit lane. Let's see what happened to Polo.
Still running, so maybe a little spin.
Oh. Yeah, too much speed carrying into the duck corner, isn't it? At the top of the hill.
Yeah.
So, but he's not going to lose the position because Stefan's a little bit too far down the road there.
Yeah, and, but I think he's on pit now. Paulo Lopez, he entered pit lanes. Now he's
got a gap to Stefan. Now Tyler went in, which was interesting. I wonder if they're doing that once again, try to get that fastest lap challenge because there's 3 laps to go now. Put some fresh boots on, give it a shot. Nothing to lose.
Yeah, and as I said, Christian is now 1.6 or 1.7 seconds behind behind Stefan. Sorry. So maybe he's going to have a critical DRS, which enables him to win the race. You know,
2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. That's going to be interesting. And they're halfway through this lap.
Yeah, every 10th counts.
You can see, but remember, the gap's gone down. Now, Benjamin's not shaving 1.3s that he was doing earlier. It's now about a lap that he's gaining. So he's probably pushed a lot out of those soft tyres, and Christian now can probably just maintain this for a few laps there for the Norwegian to have a win.
Yeah, and also I hope Christian has saved a bit of a battery for the last 2 laps because it's going to be critical. Benjamin is a driver that saves the battery as I do with for the last laps to maybe try the fastest lap or a crazy overtake at the end of the race. But if the battery game is playing against Christian, it's going to be a hard job to keep Benjamin behind.
He can see Christian up the road. Let's have a look, Christian. There he is. You can just see Benjamin in his mirrors now. We're on the gearbox camera of Christian, and we're on the penultimate lap. So Benjamin's going to have to pull out an absolute miracle, of course, to do anything about this. I don't think Christian's definitely not going to make it easy at all. The man that started on pole position is going to finish this race. So he won't get the fastest lap, but he will get almost at least 2 out of 3.
Yeah, I think Benjamin is now smelling blood, and it's 1.2, 1.1 after this one, so he's going to have 2 DRS zones.
He's got to give it everything, yeah. It's showing the penultimate lap. I mean, I'm not sure if this is the last lap of the penultimate lap, but it says 1 lap remaining, so this has got to be the penultimate lap. This is it. Benjamin now is at DRS range. Christian has, and on the medium tyres, Benjamin has fresher tyres, of course, because he boxed a lot later. He boxed on lap 23. Christian boxed on lap 15. Paulo Lopez has got the fastest lap, so that was smart of him to go in and out. He crashed, but he's going to get a reward for the fastest lap on that one. No way these guys are going to get fastest laps now. It's going to be up to whether or not Christian can defend against for Benjamin, because this is the final lap of the race.
Yeah, Benjamin now has DRS. Maybe he's a little bit away from Christian to try to overtake here, but maybe he keeps battery. Maybe on the run to the finish straight is going to be very close. Let's see. Maybe he's also on the soft tires. Maybe he can be a little bit more aggressive with the throttle and overtake him on
and traffic up the road. Does that mean too that Christian will get the DRS?
Yeah, Stefan was too fast and Christian couldn't get to him to get DRS.
Oh, he's locked up.
Just park it in the middle of the road. Avoid an overtake here. And now maybe with the DRS on the last run, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, wonderful. Christian will get the DRS as they're going to make their way around the line for the final time. Has Christian held off Benjamin? I think he certainly has. The Norwegian driver is going to be a photo finish to the line, but how close was that? But he got him. Christian did do it. He held him off Benjamin the last dying seconds. What was that? 67 thousandths of a second photo finish.
Wow. And Benjamin did a 109.57, while Paulo, I think he was the fastest man who did a 109.56. So almost be the fastest lap at the start, following Christian with that triple DRS.
Oh, it's going to have a big smile on that helmet, isn't it? And I'm sure he's going to give him a wave there to Benjamin. Benjamin's like, yeah, there you go. Benjamin took the extra pit stop as well, remember, in this race, but everybody else, apart in the top three, he only had the one pit stop. And because we had Paulo that had a little bit of a moment, Stefan had a moment, Tyler had a moment, and all that, they had to get him for some repairs. But what a comeback there from Benjamin. Tried everything he could, pulled it out a bit. I didn't think it was going to be possible, but that came down to an absolute photo finish.
Yeah, Benjamin is going to have a bittersweet sensation because he lose maybe 10 seconds with that mistake alone going up with the new fresh tires, and he's going to be regretting that, and he's maybe tonight while he's getting on the bed, he's going to remember that. And yeah, trust me, it's a hard feeling to not win that race, because it was a hell of a challenge. Christian did an awesome race, an awesome pace throughout the last stint. I think he didn't do anything more than 111.2 or something like that, which is crazy. So yeah, a nice race for Christian. Benjamin, we all know him that he's very fast and try the challenge. But yeah, that end with that photo finish with 700ths of a second. Yeah, it's a race we all enjoyed.
Absolutely, that's Interlagos. It always produces here in São Paulo. I'm just waiting for those official results to come up there so we can finally see how it all panned out for everybody. We actually had a few of those drivers obviously having some issues there, and Tyler didn't quite work out for the American driver, did it? Because he started in P2 and unfortunately just had a few of those moments where it didn't quite get it done and just finished back in P6 there. Paulo Lopez, I'd have to say that was a pretty good drive from him. Started in P4, got the fastest lap towards the end. Benjamin, and well, Hans as well. Don't forget Hans, like 3 positions gain there for the Austrian driver to finish on a podium is a great drive. He wasn't, in the top 2 battle that was there towards the end there, but Christian, well, had to hold off the current world champion to get it done, and he did. His results still aren't showing up.
And it's another race for, as I am remembering now, it's another
Somebody's doing
race
donuts.
For Benjamin trying to overtake a car on the last lap. If we remember with Liam Kerr, the Australian last race.
Yes. We did miss him.
Yeah, it's another comeback that, yeah, it was 1 lap short of completing, but yeah, for sure he had fun at the end of the day. It's something that he collected the trophy, as you said before, way before this race. So yeah, it's a fun race up now. And yeah, I'm doing my maths, and the only thing that could happen on the championship was that Paulo wins the race. And I can say that myself is going to be P2 for the season with only 5 races.
Well. Yeah. So you're still doing pretty good considering you haven't been in the race car for a few weeks now.
Yeah, I think it is 6 weeks now. Yeah, it's crazy. I was on maybe daily on the simulator for the last 12-15 months. And yeah, for being daily there to not race in 6 weeks, it's mentally crazy for me. At least I can see the races and comment it in here with you guys.
Let's go up for an interview there. Let's go up to the interview room because Benjamin's waiting to have a chat to us. Of course, we'd like to see if we can hear from Christian and Hannes as well. So yeah, we go. Let's go up there. We'll go up right now for the interviews, of course. And we're all suppressed. Yeah. So we're going to have to go up in this room because I was suppressed in the other room. We need to talk about that. Benjamin! Wow. What a run.
Hello.
What a run. How was that? What was it, 67 thousandths of a second? Just missed out across the line there?
Yeah. It was all planned. Everything that happened to me, the spin that cost me 10 seconds, it was planned. It was to build tension, you know?
All for the stream.
It's for the stream, exactly. I just wanted to build some tension, just making it a bit exciting because everything that's currently in chat is some advertisements. Just wanted to.
Yeah, I know. We can't delete that, unfortunately. I don't have any god powers to do that, but we all. Yeah, that's just because they want to see me in a hot tub, and it's not going to happen. But, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I would love to do that.
So yeah, I mean, and you were listening to us obviously because Alex had put the challenge out to you to try to qualify on the hards. That's actually thank you very much to Bass, I think, that actually shouted that one out there, and you must have been listening because you did put the challenge.
Oh yeah, I did. I thought I'd be like at the very top with hards. I mean third. The first run I did, I accidentally went out with race fuel, but the second run was with quality fuel, and I ended up third. I pitted like lap 2 because I just wanted to race with a soft. I thought I could finish with just one soft set, but that sadly wasn't enough. I had to pit again and try to catch up Christian, and it was fun. It was lots of fun.
Well, somebody said once, I don't know if I'm translating it correctly, that the second place is the first of the losers.
I mean, no, come on.
Nah, just kidding. Yeah, I was talking with Vigos earlier that it's the second race in a row that you finished second with one lap away of taking P1 apparently, because in Suzuka also it was a hell of a comeback. With Liam, we saw that you lost your rear on the outlap and on the first pit stop. How do you feel about that? Because it's something that I've been through, and it's a feeling that needs to be shared.
Cold tires, just I was driving with the with the hards, and then immediately going to the softs was a bit of a change, and it was on purpose. I just wanted to build tension. It would have been too easy.
I was with people. We were doing the maths after the second stop. And Mathis wouldn't make it. We were like, he's not gonna make it. Maybe on the last lap with a bit of lag, but with 2 laps to go, we saw the gap, and we were like, it's going to be a hell of a finish, and it was. So congratulations! It was again a big challenge. Also, I think you were 3/10 away from pole up with the hard tires. So that's something that speaks by itself. So, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, especially that run down to the first one. I'm playing it right now in the replay where you got everybody into the first turn on the hard tires. But anyway, we have Christian. Christian, congratulations, mate, the Norwegian driver. You done it. You held off Benjamin by just the tiniest of margin, but you put those laps in. You got it done. You qualified on P1. You finished on P1. What a race.
Yeah, thank you. I was really nervous towards the end. I think I even did a mistake on the, not the final lap, but the lap before. So it was huge pressure from Benjamin behind. And then also my whole room is overheating because I forgot to turn on the fan. So my steering wheel was getting lighter and lighter from overheating.
No. Yeah, but you keep opening up a window, right, Norway? It's nice and cold. No, obviously not this time of the year, but...
Not when you're driving.
Not when you're driving, exactly. But is that something you thought you towards the end, were you a little bit worried when you knew Benjamin was coming in getting some fresh boots? You were on those mediums, you lapped on P15, you started on the softs, lap 15, and then Benjamin lapped, boxed really late there, had some fresh boots, and he was gaining, about a second and a half on you towards the last bit, but you started stepping it up and started pulling some 110s in. I think that's what made you the difference of holding him off to get the race win.
Yeah, I tried to actually preserve the mediums because I knew that he was going to pit again for new soft, because he did 20 laps on soft. I barely did 15. So I knew he was going to pit again. So I tried to save the mediums as long as I could. And then when he boxed, I tried to push a bit harder to try to manage the gap, because I knew he was a lot quicker than me. But it was close in the end.
But it was fantastic, I'm sure, as well, too. Yeah, you're going obviously sweaty and heated up at the moment there. But you won in Interlagos. It's a fantastic track. You did everything you did, obviously. You put the best. There was an amazing qualifying time you put in there, too, because I didn't even see any purples coming up next to your name. And then all of a sudden, bang, you're on P1. You just pipped Tyler.
I was surprised myself. I somehow found, I think, 2/10 in one corner, and I wasn't able to match that any other laps after that. So yeah, a bit of luck, I guess.
Yep, that's all you need, isn't it? Any questions there for our race winner, Alex?
Yeah, last one. Yeah, congratulations making the pole and the race win on Interlagos with Benjamin on track is not an easy job. I can say that. But how do you approach? Yeah, it's a question that Beagles made to me. How do you approach a faster car coming behind you? Do you forget about your relatives and stop looking at the gap, or maybe you are just managing the gap? How do you approach it?
It was quite opposite. I was constantly looking at my standings, watching how much time I was getting each lap, trying to calculate how close it would be towards them. And at one point, I thought he was going to get me the previous lap, but then I started getting quicker than him, or quicker than previously. So the time was getting closer and closer towards being the final lap. And then suddenly we go onto the final lap. He's right behind me, so I put the ERS up and then start pushing the whole final lap.
Yeah, nice. It's I know for some drivers that set off the relatives and just hit every apex and everything and forget about it. And if he came on the last lap and overtake us, well, it is what it is. But yeah, it's me myself also. I keep looking at the relatives and making the maths like he's going to get me on the 34 or the last lap, I don't know, and maybe a ES spin or something like that, making that math. But yeah, congratulations, A-star race win and also a photo finish to remember. So yeah, congratulations.
Yep, congratulations, as I've said, for our race winner there, Christian. Good job there. And just pipping Benjamin, our season champion, that Alex unfortunately had to hand the trophy over to, the driver's trophy. So Benjamin now has that on his shelf. He's had that on his shelf for a while and putting in some great entertainment. Benjamin, we do thank you for your P2, almost P1, but Christian managed to get that done. And forget Hans as well too. Strugel, the Austrian driver, had a fantastic drive and got himself up into the podium. I don't think we have him here for an interview, but congratulations to him. Paulo Lopez, Stefan, Tyler, Anthony, and Steve all finished out this race. We're going to have a bit of a break. You mentioned, Alex, so about a week off until when are we heading next? Of course, we still have more racing this week at Any Store Racing, but the F1 will be, obviously. So where are we going to next, guys?
So it's going to be season 3. I don't know if the calendar is up yet, but I think it's going to be very similar as the previous season, because we love to race on these FIA Grade 1 tracks. So yeah, maybe a couple of changing layouts or tracks, I should say. But on week 13, which is the fun week, as we shall say it on iRacing, maybe we can arrange a lap around the North Life or something like that, or Bathurst, as you said. On the
in lawnmowers, remember? Something like that, or in go-karts, or something fun.
No, with the Mercedes, with this one.
Oh, with the Mercedes? No, I say Bathurst. I'm calling Bathurst.
Yeah, with the DRS on the back straight.
Oh, yeah, mate. And they tried to make you up the mountain, mate. That's going to be interesting to get those cars through there. It's not designed for Formula 1 cars, but I'd like to see it. If you guys are up for it, obviously check the Discord out if you want to be.
Yeah.
So that's it from us. More racing, of course, in Any Store Racing, and Gerald has been working, so I'm sure he's going to get holidays soon, so he's going to have a month of time to put some more goodies into Any Store Racing. Obviously, all the other team there, Kevin and George as well. And, a final question for you, Christian, for winning this race. I know you're still here. Here's a question I'd like to ask some of the drivers. Do you race barefoot, socks, or shoes?
Socks.
Socks, there you go. And Benjamin?
Who drives barefoot?
Some people
No
do.
way.
Yeah.
Some people do.
God.
They like the feeling of your toe on the pedal or something like that. You know what I mean? Gives you a little. It's just hey, I asked the question to everybody, and so far I think majority of drivers have confirmed socks.
Yeah, socks
Yeah,
team
I
forever.
also drive socks.
Yeah, some people actually have those little racing boots. Some were saying you get a you know those little light boots like I can't remember what they're called. You know, they're not, rather than like spending money on ridiculous racing boots, you can get some sort of really light boots there with a little bit of traction on it too. Because socks, I mean, don't necessarily have all any grip, right? So you could slip on a pedal.
Yeah, I
Anyway.
tried those with, as you said, the slim bottom of the paddle.
Actually, I could tell you what socks to get. You guys ever go to one of those play things where you have to put the socks on and you jump around and you bounce on all the trampolines and that? They have the rubber gripping on them. That would actually be quite interesting. Sorry. Anyway, that's it from Alex and myself. Congratulations there, Christian, winning the race there. Congratulations, Benjamin, the P2, and then Hens for the P3. That's it from Any Stall Racing. Everybody take care, stay safe, and have a good evening. Bye-bye.